Hi, my name is Grant McDonald. I'm with Cimarron Global Solutions. We've had the pleasure of working with the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce over the last several months on a sport tourism initiative. We'd like to share some information about that with you here today. And first question that I'm sure everybody is asking is, what is sport tourism? Well, the good news is we've all done it. We've all either traveled with our sons and daughters or competed ourselves, or even been a spectator traveling to and from sport events. And when we make that act of traveling to another destination, spending our hard earned money, we are in fact a sport tourist. We just haven't known it as sport tourism, but it's been taking place for generations in St. Lawrence County and beyond. The definition is that sport tourism is an activity which refers to the travel experience of the tourist who either observes as a spectator, actively participates in a sporting event, generally involving commercial and non-commercial activities of a competitive nature. That's the United Nations Tourism Organization. And I can tell you that sport tourism generates about 10% of the world's expenditures on tourism globally. That is significant. It is one of the largest growing sectors of tourism, and the estimated growth rate between 2023 and 2030 will be over 17%. It does promote social, economic, and environmental action, and it can accelerate development and can leave a long-lasting and positive legacy. So what's in it for St. Lawrence County? It is about attracting visitors, and it is about sustainable tourism, using the existing assets that are built and natural assets, whether they be trails and waterways, in order to generate business growth. While doing so, it helps to build the image of St. Lawrence County and can develop partnerships within the county to ensure that events are more successful. Ultimately, it will lead to St. Lawrence County being a four-season destination as well as a four-season business opportunity. Who are the customer groups for sport tourism? Primary customers will select the host. They are usually sport organizations. They can be recreational organizations as well. Those rights owners, promoters, or organizers are going to select St. Lawrence County, who is competing nationwide as well as internationally. The secondary customer helps to drive the event success. They are the participants, athletes, coaches, team officials, but they're also the spectators, friends, and family that go along with the event, as well as media and VIP and volunteers. They will help to ensure that each event can be successful. And then the tertiary customer, they help to elevate the event experience for all of the participants and visitors. They are the residents of St. Lawrence County. They are local businesses. They're residents of New York State, and also local service providers throughout the county. In 2023, the state of the sport tourism industry was strong. Over $52 billion of direct spending nationwide, over $128 billion of total economic impact. The total jobs supported were 757,000, and total tax revenues nationwide were over 20 billion. You can see that from this graphic that sport tourism has, like all sectors, experienced a significant drop in activity in 2020, but you'll also see that sport tourism has not just returned to its pre-pandemic state, but it's exceeded it. People are spending more, and sport actually led the recovery of the tourism industry because before business events, before leisure travel, people were traveling for sport. The reasons why you would get involved in attracting, developing, and hosting sport events. For most destinations across the country, they point to economic impact and room nights being the key drivers, but you can see there are lots of other impact areas that are noteworthy, and all of those should be considered by St. Lawrence County. For venues, it's about good business and generating business when their venues are not full year round and at capacity. The way that venues are doing that across the country is through youth and adult amateur sport. That is really driving the bus and generating the lion's share of the events that are happening in sport and recreation venues across the country. Some examples: Lake Placid has been active in sport tourism for many years, obviously an Olympic city, And as such, they are looking to diversify in order to support the venues that they have and to generate some inbound visits into the Adirondack region. Other jurisdictions in the state of Maine and the Maine Sports Commission, whom we work with, they are using their largely rural state and using all of the built and natural assets they have, including water, including trails, including all of the built assets that exist throughout the state in order to ensure that they have a diversified portfolio of sport tourism events that take place in largely rural counties right down to their urban centers. Erie, Pennsylvania, you'll see a wrestling competition. Stands are full. Competitors are on the mats on event level, and supporters, family members are in the stands. We all know that if our son or daughter, and now increasingly our grandchildren, extended family, it's not discretionary spending. The whole family is coming along, and oftentimes it does become the leisure travel for the family. Appleton, Wisconsin, an example of building infrastructure to attract and host sport events, and then using those facilities in order to support community sport and recreation needs when they're not in use for those sport tourism events. Duluth, Minnesota, you'll see clusters of outdoor venues that are not just serving the community, but able to serve as competition venues and can attract events as well as develop some homegrown events within those facility clusters. And then just across the river in Cornwall, Ontario, they're using all of their existing facilities, including roadways, sport and recreation facilities like curling clubs, and then attracting both traditional and non-traditional sports. And you'll see cheerleading in the lower right-hand corner, an example of what they're doing to attract people to that community. So what have we learned from the input that we've received so far? We know that residents of the county are heavily invested in St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce and their tourism efforts. They have identified, however, that there is a lack of hotel rooms and other lodging that can be a barrier. They would like to see more marketing and promotional efforts in collaboration with the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce, and would like to collaborate and partner so that that can be joint marketing. The opportunity to create more annual and or signature events that are homegrown, that don't cost to attract and can help to lift up the community and get people engaged. There's also an opportunity to continue to host high quality events in traditional sports while also exploring some non-traditional sports. It's not just about traditional sports that we're used to. It can be about recreation. It can be about using the trails and waterways that exist in abundance in St. Lawrence County. But while doing so, we need to make sure that our offer to the customer is clear, and we need to make sure that once they're in town that their experience is positive, and limited restaurant availability has been identified as a potential concern. So why sport tourism for St. Lawrence County? It's about business, developing new business, ensuring the health of existing businesses, driving tourism, and retention of those businesses within St. Lawrence County. It's about seasonality, ensuring that St. Lawrence County is open for business in all 4 seasons, 12 months of the year, utilizing outdoor, built and natural venues, and looking beyond the traditional. It's about social, ensuring the quality of life for residents, creating attractive offers for potential relocation, and instilling a pride of place. And it's about brand, building the awareness of St. Lawrence County, what it has to offer, and showcasing life in the North Country. Ultimately, it is about return on investment, and sport tourism can be good business for St. Lawrence County. So the preferred future for sport tourism in St. Lawrence County is that it's a leading 4-season rural and outdoor sport tourism destination in the Northeast. The aligned approach of the county in attracting the right events that deliver intended impacts, and how the county shows up and delivers the unique event experience. Telling the St. Lawrence County sport tourism story to event rights owners and potential attendees so that they can decide to travel and experience everything that the county has to offer, and then measuring the performance of each of those events that take place. Ultimately, we want to lift everybody up, and increasing the knowledge capacity amongst all partners and stakeholders throughout St. Lawrence County and ensuring that they have the tools to do the job is going to be important. So the main goal is to increase the number of visitors and their spending in St. Lawrence County while enhancing the quality of life and well-being of residents. You'll see the specific objectives. Those will be achieved over many years, not just within 1 to 3 years, for instance. Some of the strategies and actions include conducting an inventory and assessment of sport tourism assets, creating a sport tourism leadership group for St. Lawrence County, engaging in an ongoing basis with all stakeholders throughout the county, building a branding and marketing plan, investing long-term in sport tourism infrastructure and facilities, supporting and attracting sport tourism events, and then monitoring and evaluating the sport tourism strategy and the impacts that it has on the county. So what are the next steps? The next steps are to establish that sport tourism group in St. Lawrence County, as I've mentioned, finalize the strategic objectives and partnerships, do an inventory of all of the assets, identify the market opportunities for St. Lawrence County based on what you have to offer, creating that sport tourism toolkit, establishing a key impact data model, and then recommending outbound opportunities for marketing St. Lawrence County and going to the world and telling others that St. Lawrence County is open for business while building capacity within the region. We appreciate all of the input that has been provided to date. If you have questions, if you have thoughts, we ask you to please let St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce know. It's been a pleasure working with you up until this point. We look forward to the next phases of this project and help bringing sport tourism business to St. Lawrence County. Thank you very much.